Welcome. Today's topic is divorce. Now, the reason why I chose this topic is because a lot of times when you hear this word, it almost has an attachment of a negative feeling to it, right? Whether it reminds you of a situation that you personally went through with a divorce, or someone close to you, for example, a family member, a friend, or even your parents or relatives. So you have this pain almost attached to it, or this icky feeling attached to this particular word. Now, what I'm here to discuss with you today is simply to ask this question is what would better serve you when it comes to divorce? Does it serve you to have this feeling of achiness or uncomfortable or pain or hurt attached to this word? Or is it possible for you to look at this word as an opportunity of a different way of being, of giving yourself permission to experience something new, something different? Now, let me explain that a little bit more. So, as we've grown in life, right, society has even put numbers to this word where now they even talk about it as statistics, right? This certain amount of number are going into divorce, and it's like this bad thing for you. But when you look deeper into this word, in reality, when you're growing up, there's no teaching, right? There's no school, there's no teaching, there's no certain guidelines as to how to love. How can you love, right? I mean, first of all, each and every one of us have a different meaning to the word love, how to express it, and most importantly, how to receive it. So there's no one place you can go to receive a specific guideline that's going to fit everyone. We are all unique in our own way. So this is the very first thing that I would like to point out, to realize that this is just the way of life. Is divorce common? It is okay to have. Absolutely. Why not? Now, what I mean by this is just like anything else, but in this particular topic is divorce. In life, we go through scenarios and situations and we grow through them. We grow through them because we make mistakes. We grow through them because when we go into something, we go into it with love, with pure intentions, honest intentions, but sometimes it does not turn out the way you envisioned it. And that is okay. Why? Because we don't control what's outside of us. We can only control and be honest and be true to who we are. So we're going through a journey with another individual, and you're living life just like riding a bicycle. You get right back on the bike when you fall down and you keep trying, and that's beautiful and that's great, and then you enjoy the journey of riding the bicycle just like you enjoy the journey of a relationship and of love. But as you continue to grow, your wants, your needs, your what you want to give, what you want to receive changes, right? And then here you have society telling you if you divorce, it's a bad thing. Oh, there goes Mrs. or Mr. You know, they've already had two divorces. Like if that defines us, like if that's a bad thing, right? Like if that's a negative, like if it's a failure, like if you're not good. And what I'm here to explain to you is after time, as we're growing, our desires and our wants tend to change, and that's perfectly okay, right? And you most likely try to do these desires and these things with the current partner that you're with, and that's perfectly okay. But realize that when this person comes to this conclusion, they've tried every variable possible to them to make it work. It's just that they come to the realization that they give themselves permission to experience the new and what they know they deserve. But when they stop and they put the other person first and they do the sacrifice of putting the other individual first, then they're robbing themselves of true happiness and fulfillment. Because in life, you have to be in first place to this ride that you call yourself, right? Why? Because that other person doesn't feel what you're feeling in your five senses. You are only the one capable to ride you, right? And know what your wants and what your desires are, not the other person. And when you put them first, you're cutting yourself short. So going back to divorce, understand this person really did go and dotted all the dots and crossed all the T's and did everything they could, that they thought it was their best. Now remember, their best doesn't necessarily equal your best, right? And they come to the conclusion of a divorce, and that's okay, because just like you stop riding that bicycle and you move on to the car and the excitement to drive a car and make the mistakes because you're hitting the brakes and turning too wide, or not knowing how to parallel park. But after time, you find a new enjoyment, a new way of being, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you don't appreciate the time you used a bike or you were with that bike, and that's okay, because sometimes that people move from a car to a motorcycle or a bike. I'm sorry, a boat or whatever it may be. My point is, when it comes to a divorce, it does not need to equal a negative. It does not need to equal bad. It just, how about we switch it? We normalize it to understanding that it's just you being so attuned to your five senses that something's not right here. This does not feel aligned to me at this moment, and I deserve to feel good. I deserve different. And give yourself permission to tell whomever you're with, right? And most likely you both are marrying each other and you both are feeling somewhat of the same way, or maybe some are ready and the other are not. And that's okay. It's not your responsibility whether the person is ready or not. It's a responsibility of you towards yourself to be honest to who you are. And that is what I'm trying to point out towards divorce, is to know that it's okay to um be honest with yourself. And if you have to, be grateful for the experience you had with that person. Be grateful, but know it's okay to take a step forward into the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's coming next. And that's okay, because what you do know is, in this very moment, you're being honest and you're giving yourself the opportunity via divorce to experience different, to create new. But you have to take the first step, right? And the first step is acknowledging it, taking responsibility for you. And by doing so, those around you will also follow. And it doesn't have to be painful, and it doesn't have to be a negative. You could be grateful for it. You can move on with peace of mind and know that it's okay. A divorce doesn't mean you're no good. A divorce does not need to mean no one wants you or there's something wrong with you. Absolutely not. A divorce just means that you know what you deserve, that you know that you're enough, that you know that you're worthy for more, and that you're just allowing yourself to take those steps to allow that to come in. But if you don't take those steps for you, who will take those steps for you? And forget about the people who are around you saying different, because it's not their lives to live. It's your life. And I hope this makes sense. And I wish you guys all the best. And thank you so much. My name is Celivette Guerra. I'm a life coach. Continue to follow, like, and subscribe below. Take care. Bye.